I'm Larry Richard with Chris Pickle, 97, head football coach Pat Narduzzi. Coach, the Eliza Bistro here, which has been the home for your show now the last 3 seasons. They are part of this pop-up bar community. Do you see this, the decorations?
Beautiful.
And this goes through February. And I want to thank the general manager, Patrick Wozniak, who's been so gracious to us. Let's hear it for Pat. And Andrea, there she is. She has one of the most genuine smiles and very hospitable. Thank you. And to all the fans who this season have come and visited. It's hard to believe here it's week 12, right?
It is amazing. I can't believe we're here. The season flew by. And, we're excited to get number 12 underway and see if we can go up to Boston and get a W.
So let's just dial back for just a short period of time. Things didn't go well in Louisville. You had the week before this dominating performance, came up short, so you want to kind of turn the tide here. But any notes from last Saturday at Louisville?
It was a tough game down in Louisville, versus a really, really good football team. I'm not so sure Louisville is maybe the best team in the conference, okay? And I'll give you a little bit in the second half, a little bit of information on that maybe. But
when we have Coach Bostic in to scout the team.
Yeah. But we know that's an explosive offense that we faced. We didn't play it well. To me, I got excited about that first series with Eli out there running down the field, and that drive was impressive. I mean, I know we ended it with an interception, but just the way we moved the ball down the field, that's what it looks like. Eli, got to put a little bit more air in the ball. We got a touchdown, 7-0. I think the momentum, doesn't change like it did. Second series offensively, we moved the ball, and then again Eli goes down. And I think it was I think it took the wind out of our sails, and you hope that never happens. But I think the kids kind of knew that Nate hadn't taken a snap all week. I'm not sure what happened after that. You wish as a coach you knew exactly what happened. I know I mentioned that in my presser the other day, but is that one of the reasons? I have no idea. I just know we didn't appear to be the same after that, and I know Nate didn't feel great out there, so we were a little bit shorthanded there.
And then you had a freshman come in, David Lynch, so you went to a third quarterback. Anytime that happens in a game, things didn't go well.
Yeah, and David played solid. The time he was out there, and again he threw a pick as well. We hit 3 picks, and 3 different quarterbacks threw them, and when you're -3 in a turnover ratio and you're not stopping the run on defense, it just kind of, overtook us a little bit.
That said, how was the mood of the team rolling into the final regular season game?
I had our Eagles meeting today. I feel good. I mean, I love our leadership. I think we got, 4 great captains that are involved and locked in, and our leadership council is good. I think, our kids understand that they've played a tough schedule the entire year. We didn't have the easy route, to get to an ACC championship. But as I told our guys today, most teams are celebrating a bowl. Like, that wasn't our goal going into the season. Our goal was to win a championship. And I think we got to 6, and there was no mention of, hey, we're bowl eligible. Last weekend there was people with bowling balls in the locker room so happy to get number 6 rolling it down the locker room floor. And it's like, there should be some excitement about getting to a bowl game. But I think our guys were just disappointed because we were wanting more. And I told our guys it's important to get to a bowl game. I mean, we're not just 6 wins; we're 7 wins, and lost a couple, pretty good, but had 2 games that we probably should have won, and we could be at 9-2 right now, going into number 12. So there's a lot of things that happens in a game of inches, and in a couple of those games we did not win the inches, and we did it banged up, the second half of the year.
I remember Bill Cowher, one of the things that I remember him saying is there's just such a fine line between winning and losing. I mean, that's just the facts, and that. You've said one team goes home every week. On one team wins, one team doesn't on the other side. So it is a fine line.
It is a fine line. You better win those inches, especially in the ACC. I think at top to bottom, again, I'll say it. I said it earlier in the year. I said it last year. I said it the year before. It is a heck of a conference when you look at it overall. There are no easy games, and anybody can beat anybody.
And you're going to Boston College under a coach that, has a lot of NFL experience. He's head coach of Houston for 7 seasons, a couple at Penn State, and his third season now at Boston College. And Bill O'Brien, you know him well.
Yeah, his first season at Boston College. It's Billy's first year there. Hafley was there a year ago. So Billy's first year there, coming out of Alabama, I believe he was at Alabama last year.
quarterbacks and
OC.
Yeah, OC at Alabama.
So, I mean, he's got a ton of experience. He's a heck of a coach. They're a well-coached, tough, physical football team, on both sides of the ball, with Billy O'Brien as a head coach. And then you got Tim Lewis, Pitt man, being their defensive coordinator, making a comeback. I think he came out of the Arena League. Obviously, he's got, probably 20 years of NFL experience as a coach as well.
Plus a first-round draft pick in 1983.
There you go.
He knows a little something. So there's always a Pitt connection. I always tell people you're only a half person from everybody when you're in Pittsburgh, right?
That's right.
When we come back, we'll talk about family, Thanksgiving, and Coach's special guest is here, the big man, 6'5" captain, Gavin Bartholomew. Let's hear it for our big tight end. You're listening to the Pat Narduzzi Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
Hey, Pitt fans. Delta Airlines is proud to fly the Pittsburgh Panthers and their fans across the country and around the globe. Delta Airlines offers nonstop service to 6 destinations from Pittsburgh. Whether traveling for business or pleasure, you'll enjoy Delta Airlines' award-winning customer service as we support you through your travel journey. Pitt Athletics and Delta Airlines. Keep climbing.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we ask, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan means looking at more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guiding you every step of the way to help you live the life you want. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Northwestern Mutual Pittsburgh today. Visit pittsburgh.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Thanks to 850 community partners across an 11-county service area, Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank is working to eliminate hunger and stabilize lives across the Three Rivers region. We're committed to making sure all our neighbors have consistent access to healthy food, and we're connecting people to other critical services to address the root causes of food insecurity. To get help, volunteer, or donate today, visit pittsburghfoodbank.org or call 412-460-3663.
Whether it's on the court, field, or pitch, the Panthers can handle anything thrown their way. It just goes to show that being adaptable and preparing a solid strategy pays off. That's why PNC is proud to support University of Pittsburgh athletics and their dedication to smart, tested tactics. Because just like any big game, when it comes to your finances, there's a lot on the line, and having a dependable team allows you to make the plays you need to reach your goals. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865, member FDIC.
As the largest and most experienced program in the region, UPMC Sports Medicine knows that injuries can happen to anyone, whether you're a weekend athlete, a rising star, or even a seasoned pro. That's why we offer a complete range of services and experts to help treat and prevent sports-related injuries to get you back in the game. To make an appointment, visit upmcsportsmedicine.com. UPMC is the official healthcare provider of the Pittsburgh Panthers.
Mac.bid is here. What is it? It's your place to save up to 80% off retail. But don't share this news, because you don't need the bidding competition. Neighbor wants to know where you got that new mower? Lie. Mom's admiring your new cookware? Fib. Your priest wants a new TV just like yours. Okay, maybe you tell your priest about Mac.bid, but don't tell anyone else. You need to become a deceiver, a teller of untruths, a fabricator of falsehoods, a spinner of yarns. Winning at Mac.bid is amazing. Competition stinks. Mac.bid is here. Tell no one.
Back to the Pat Narduzzi Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
And get ready for the final regular season game. Pitt at Boston College, by the way, Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts. Kickoff is at 3, so we'll be on the air with our pregame around the Pitt Panther Radio Network starting at 1 o'clock with Pat Bostic, who is here, former Pitt quarterback and senior associate.
He's got a beer. He's got a beer. He's starting Thanksgiving early. Him and his father-in-law over there having a beer.
Oh, I see.
You know, must be nice.
Welcome to Hotel Indigo. Let's talk about Thanksgiving for a minute, because I remember over the years, this is your 10th season. We've been in a number of different locations for the Coaches Show, but you have a family of 4, 3 daughters, and a son, Patrick. And what will you do tomorrow for Thanksgiving? Even though it's game week, will you have any family time?
In the afternoon, we got family time. Our players got family time as well. So we'll start off in the morning. We have a 7:30 team meeting. They don't have school this week, so we backed up meetings an hour so they can get more sleep, get fresh. So we backed up practice a little bit, during the week. So we're good there, but we speed it up and we, get them up a little earlier tomorrow. Usually Thursday's a later day, but they'll have the afternoon to, after you eat that turkey and that stuffing and you get after it, you need a power nap. They'll have a hell of a nap tomorrow afternoon for sure.
Tryptophan, right?
And so hopefully, the players will probably be out. Hopefully, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, they'll be done. They'll grab lunch and go out and have a big Thanksgiving meal. Our players will spread out all over the place. Gavin will probably tell you where his plans are tomorrow. And, but our players' parents are taking guys in. Like I know Kenny Johnson's got a whole crew going down there. Matt Matrosky's got a big group. Altsman's got a big group. There's, parents that, the local parents bring the kids in. I think it's phenomenal.
And that said, you haven't had Gavin Bartholomew as a guest since he was a freshman.
Really?
Yeah. Right, Gavin? Yeah, so
during the COVID year,
we're anxious to see what he. No, I don't remember the mask, but you might have been sitting at the end of the. We remember we sat at the Pitt.
Wow.
You were like 30 yards away from us.
What are we doing?
It was bizarre, and we didn't get to go to Chestnut Hill the last time the Panthers, when you guys were up there in 2020, because that was one of those years. So we actually did the games.
Do you remember that game?
Oh, I do. We had the big screen at the Pitt in that same room, and we had Bill Hillgrove and Pat Bostic and I, and they didn't even let me sit near them, Coach. They stuffed me 30 yards away as if I was on the sideline. So
you know what I remember about that game? You remember all the bad stuff. I remember going up to Chestnut Hill. Kenny Pickett's playing. Kenny Pickett gets hurt in the probably the beginning of the third quarter.
I remember.
Gets an ankle, goes in the tent, gets shot up, and end up having a high ankle sprain and surgery the next week. But played through the second half with a high ankle sprain, which is highly unusual. I mean, I don't know if anybody's ever done that before. You talk about tough. And he finished it off, and then we kick a field goal to maybe a 50-yarder. Alex Kessman hits a 50-yarder. And, maybe the biggest coaching error ever by me is he got so excited and was, like, celebrating and ran off the field and was like, and I didn't say anything. I'm like, hey, chill. It was just to get to overtime. No, there's no penalty. No, he kicked the field goal to go into overtime and just got excited. It was a hell of a field goal, right? It was like a big moment. He got excited. I'm okay. And then he misses the extra point to go into the second overtime. We lose the game on an extra point, which he's never missed an extra point. But I always look back and said that was my fault. I should have grabbed him and said, listen, chill. This game is not over. Like, I think, it was like he got so excited about the, going overtime that, like, I felt like I'll never do that again. I will fix that. That's, you learn from your mistakes.
Coach, don't be so hard on yourself. That's what the fans are for, and the media.
Yeah, but it's just controlling the emotions. But, it's really not my job to do that. But, I know that was a problem.
I think about that all the time, and you always say play 60, and every play count. Everything matters at the end of the day to count up, to complete a game and get a W. So
yeah, got to control it all.
Any other confessions while we're
Hey, that's it's being real and knowing I should have nailed that. That's psychologically I should have known better.
All right, duly noted for Saturday.
Won't
Meantime, as an Italian-American family, you had more than turkey. Please tell me your mom back in the day, she
manicotti.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, there's no question. I said that to the Eagles today, our leadership council. They were talking about turkey, and we need ham, and we need all this. I was like, how about the Italian food? Matter of fact, I even asked LaSalle. I said, LaSalle, you didn't have lasagna? He goes, nope. I'm like, what is going on?
LaSalle from Aliquippa?
He's like, we have, just a normal Thanksgiving. No, there was always, there was something with red sauce on it.
Did you ever see the movie? I'm going to say he didn't. My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Yeah, I've seen that one. My kids love that movie.
Isabella, your youngest daughter, is here. Isabella, in that movie, very much the Greek family, like the Italian family. My family was more like the groom in that. So first time I went to the Italian-American house for dinner, it was like chaos. And my wife's cousin said, Larry, no, you're going to hear a lot of people. It'll be really loud. There'll be people yelling, but they're not really mad at each other, and there'll be a ridiculous amount of food. Conversely, when my wife came to our house, we had just one of each for everybody. There was no big bowl of stuff. She goes, what's wrong with you people? You don't eat anything. So Thanksgiving is, an opportunity. If you're Italian-American, you got to get some sauce in there. All right, when we come back, Captain Gavin Bartholomew will join us next. You're listening to the Pat Narduzzi Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
At Sarah's Candies, we make raising money for your group simple and sweet. With our chocolate bar and pretzel rod fundraisers, there are no minimums to get started, and you can earn up to 50% profit. Whether you're raising funds for a school, sports team, or even just yourself, we make it easy for groups of all sizes to succeed. Mention this ad when you order over the phone to earn 50% profit on your next order. Call 1-800-255-7771 to get started today.
Welcome to the Eliza Hot Metal Bistro and Hotel Indigo Pittsburgh, University, Oakland, host of the Pat Narduzzi Show. At Eliza Hot Metal Bistro, our chefs are true craftsmen, infusing every bite with passion and precision. Elevate your special event to new heights with our rooftop terrace, with over 2,600 square feet of flexible event space. And when it's time to relax after being minutes from the action, our well-appointed guest rooms provide the perfect sanctuary. The Eliza Hot Metal Bistro and Hotel Indigo Pittsburgh, University, Oakland, where every detail, every moment matters.
Icy Light is the official beer of getting up early. It's the official beer of rallying the troops. The official beer of turning a 3-hour game into an all-day affair. The official beer of, did you just see that? The official beer of rising and cheering in unison for every season-defining moment. Icy Light, the official beer of your Pittsburgh Panthers. Let's raise another.
You want a news source that delivers unrivaled football coverage? Then you want the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, because the Post-Gazette delivers football 24/7. High school, college, and the pros. Up to the minute, in-depth reports, scores and stats, matchups and highlights, breaking news, and breakout players. Exclusive coverage, online, in print, or on the go. So for football and all the news that impacts our region, the Post-Gazette delivers what matters most.
Hey Pitt fans, as the official credit union of the Pitt Panthers, Clearview Federal Credit Union is here to help you reach all your financial goals. Clearview wants to help you score big financially, whether you need to save, spend, borrow, or learn, they're here to help. Get easy access to your money from anywhere using their digital banking featuring Zelle, Clearview Live Video Banking, over 80,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide, and financial centers throughout the Pittsburgh area. Visit clearviewfcu.org/Panthers to learn more and open an account today. Hail to Pitt.
Play in the field is under further review.
Making the right call requires speed and accuracy.
I've got your result right here, Mrs. Johnson.
Siemens Healthineers provides laboratories with fast and accurate test results when and where they're needed. From the world's largest hospital systems to care centers here in the Berg and across Western Pennsylvania, Siemens Healthineers helps labs tackle the toughest challenges.
It's the Pat Narduzzi Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
And welcome back to Hotel Indigo, which is on Technology Drive, just off the campus. I mentioned Bate Street. At the base of Bate Street, I'm guessing that thousands and thousands of people pass the hotel and don't know they got this great now pop-up bar. So the Eliza Bistro is all set up, and they're going to have this open as a pop-up bar through February. We welcome Coach's guest, Captain Gavin Bartholomew from Schuylkill Haven, and big-time senior now. How you feeling, big man?
I feel great. Ready to get after it in Boston College this weekend.
When I see you, you always, when you watch players over a period of time, I've seen every play you've made, but the one that sticks in my mind, do you know what I'm going to say?
I do.
I think I do, yeah.
Your ability to leap,
yeah.
Let's put it that way,
yeah.
And take it to the house against who?
Tennessee.
That's right.
Yep.
That was like images, and I'm sure being here, you wanted to be here. You came back to be a part of this team. You've won a lot more games than last season, so that part's a success. You've had this challenge of the last stretch, but you have an opportunity on Saturday in Boston College. So how are the guys? You're one of the Eagles.
Yeah, no, I mean, the guys are all fired up. Obviously these past couple weeks haven't gone our way, but, we're trying to end the season on a good note. So, going into a bowl game after or on a win would be great.
And Boston College, when you came here, you weren't up there, right?
No, I've never.
You came the year after.
Yeah.
We
I
were
was
just
never
talking about that. It's actually a nice environment. It's a good college atmosphere. It'll be interesting with their coach, They're at 6-5, and they're looking, obviously, they got bowl eligible to talk about last week. They were all excited because they beat North Carolina. They got their coach fired, really.
Yeah.
But Mac Brown, I guess, why would they bounce him before? I mean, there was one more game. Why bother?
Yeah, it didn't make much sense.
Anyway, so what do you see in Boston College?
I mean, I think they're a good team. They're fundamentally sound, but I think there's definitely areas that, as an offense, that we can attack and exploit that as their weakness.
What about Nate Yarnell? I just want to say that young man is a warrior.
Absolutely.
He would not be denied, and you have to respect that. And I think you guys reflect on that too.
No, absolutely. He obviously took a nice beating against Clemson. That's no fun for anybody.
But threw for 350.
Yeah, no, I mean, those stats that you pulled up the next day, you wouldn't believe it. But, Nate's one of the toughest kids that I know. He puts so much work into, football on this team and, everyone out on the field with him. And, we have so much trust in him that he's going to get his job done.
One of the great takeaways in your life, and you'll see this, is the bonds that you've made through your playing days here at the University of Pittsburgh. So who are some of your guys?
I'm going to have to start with my household. Ryan Jacoby, he was on the show a couple weeks ago.
He's a character, man.
Yeah, no, he's a funny one. And then Matt Altsman and Ryan Baer.
And what do you guys do when you're not doing football stuff and now studies?
Tell us the good stuff.
Yeah. Not much, really. Kind of just hang out. I got a dog back at the house, so, we're always spending time with him, going on walks and stuff like that.
And as a leader, I know your haircuts have changed the culture at the University of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring the mullet back a little bit.
That's great. Guys talk about that more than anything. So
yeah.
what else do you like to do when you detach?
I like to say I'm a little bit of a fisherman. I got my house into fishing a little bit this summer.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Because one of your roommates told us about you got them fishing. They never fished in their lives.
No, yeah, it's comical.
And how big is Ryan Jacoby?
Way too big to be out there fishing with a little
300-some pounds, and guess what? He doesn't like to touch the worms or the fish.
Yeah, no, he won't touch them. He puts a football glove on, like a doctor's glove, and he'll put the worms on like that.
He said he went out, and you weren't there, so they recruited two little, like, Boy Scouts that were fishing on the dock. Hey,
yeah,
could you put the worm on my hook?
Yeah, no, it's a true story. They told me that when they came home. They were like, you won't believe what we had to do. And I was like, oh, my gosh. I was so embarrassed.
That's pretty cool. So what was your trajectory here in Pittsburgh? How did you adapt to the university and the city?
I mean, honestly, it was pretty easy. I felt like as soon as I got here, it kind of felt like home. The people and everyone that surrounded me just made me feel like I was back at home, and it made it really easy.
And now you're a communications major.
Yeah.
You want to keep playing, though, but I know at some point after football you want this job, right?
Yeah, that'd be great.
See, Coach, every week we get the same thing. All right, we're going to come right back with more with Gavin Bartholomew as Pitt gets ready to travel to Boston, take on BC at Chestnut Hill. You're listening to the Pat Narduzzi Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
Hey, Pittsburgh, it's Cam Hayward. I know firsthand that an illness such as cancer can strike at any time, even when you're at the top of your game. If you are healthy and life is going your way now, this is the best time to get life insurance. You can get a policy with GBU Life that's affordable to you now and build on it for the future with their Guaranteed Purchase Option Rider. Get started protecting the life you're building today at GBU.org.
GBU Life is the marketing name for GBU Financial Life, Pittsburgh, PA. Life insurance underwritten by GBU. This is a paid endorsement. Coverage is subject to approval and may not be available in all states.
As on the football field, financial planning requires a comprehensive playbook to win the wealth management game. JKS Financial understands that your needs are unique and will provide the game plan to win your financial goals. Their wealth advisors use proven strategies with a focus on retirement distribution and will coach you through your journey to financial stability and peace of mind for the future. Visit jksfinancial.com.
Play in the field is under further review.
Making the right call requires speed and accuracy.
I've got your result right here, Mrs. Johnson.
Siemens Healthineers provides laboratories with fast and accurate test results when and where they're needed. From the world's largest hospital systems to care centers here in the Berg and across Western Pennsylvania, Siemens Healthineers helps labs tackle the toughest challenges.
As the largest and most experienced program in the region, UPMC Sports Medicine knows that injuries can happen to anyone, whether you're a weekend athlete, a rising star, or even a seasoned pro. That's why we offer a complete range of services and experts to help treat and prevent sports-related injuries to get you back in the game. To make an appointment, visit upmcsportsmedicine.com. UPMC is the official healthcare provider of the Pittsburgh Panthers.
Whether it's on the court, field, or pitch, the Panthers can handle anything thrown their way. It just goes to show that being adaptable and preparing a solid strategy pays off. That's why PNC is proud to support University of Pittsburgh athletics and their dedication to smart, tested tactics. Because just like any big game, when it comes to your finances, there's a lot on the line, and having a dependable team allows you to make the plays you need to reach your goals. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865, member FDIC.
Thanks to 850 community partners across an 11-county service area, Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank is working to eliminate hunger and stabilize lives across the Three Rivers region. We're committed to making sure all our neighbors have consistent access to healthy food, and we're connecting people to other critical services to address the root causes of food insecurity. To get help, volunteer, or donate today, visit pittsburghfoodbank.org or call 412-460-3663.
Let's return to the Pat Narduzzi Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
Here's the snap. He wants to throw it. He does. That is Gavin Bartholomew into the end zone for the Panther touchdown. He was wide open on the right flank.
That is the voice of the Panthers in his 51st season. Let's hear it for Bill Hillgrove, our recent and newly minted Pitt Hall of Fame broadcaster. Gavin Bartholomew is Coach Narduzzi's special guest. That's got to be a great feeling. You know that ball's coming, you're in the end zone, boom, touchdown.
Yeah, no, there's definitely no better feeling than that.
And under the Cade Bell offense, you've been more part of the offense, because you have a dual role. You do a lot of blocking, but every once in a while you get to, light it up.
Yeah, no, it's the best. I love, getting dirty and, blocking those DNs, but, there's nothing better than, running out on a linebacker and overmatch them, so, yeah.
Everybody has seen him catch the ball, catch more balls this year. But the thing that I think the biggest improvement, we knew he could always run and catch. His biggest improvement has been blocking. I've seen him roll his hips. He's become it's going to help him at the next level. He's become a really, really good blocker, too.
Oh, so you want to play on Sundays, too?
Yeah, that's the goal, yeah.
Well, we talked about this last week. Coach, over his 10 years now in the season, when we're at Acrisure for home games, they put up a video stream, a montage of how Pitt players are doing in the NFL, and it's actually remarkable. You've seen this.
Yeah, they show us during camp, like when they're all playing, and, throughout the season they'll show us.
I mean, it really is. So who, I should say, did you look up to as tight ends in the league?
One that I look up to just because he was so close, obviously Lucas. He was a huge role model for me when I first got here. My freshman year, he definitely took me under his wing and, definitely helped me manage to, play as a freshman, which was amazing. So, he's still been in my life. We still text throughout with him in the NFL and me being my senior year. So he's definitely been a lot of help, and he's just going to help me go into this next transition of my life.
How about Travis Kelce? I watch him. He seems to find a way every game to be a part of it.
Yeah, no, he's awesome. He's electric to watch. I like watching his tape.
They're coming Christmas Day, Coach. The Chiefs, 1 o'clock, Netflix game. And people, you know what people are asking me? Like, I know. I'm just a public address announcer. Like, is Taylor Swift coming? I'm like, I don't know. He has this famous girlfriend. I don't know if you're aware.
I know. Yeah, I'm aware, yeah.
Everybody's aware.
Yeah.
We all know.
What kind of music do you like?
More of like a country kind of guy, like music, yeah. There's
Luke Combs.
Yeah, I like Luke
Morgan
Combs.
Wallen.
Yeah, they're all good. I listen to too much rap at football, so when I, get out of football, I like to listen to some of my music.
And have you been to any shows?
Yeah, we've gone to a couple since I've been here. We've gone to Kenny Chesney, Luke Combs, Chris Stapleton. Trying to think. I think that might be it.
Some of your teammates are singers. You know a comedian, a budding comedian, right?
Who's it?
Jacoby.
Oh,
Jacoby.
yeah.
Your roommate, remember?
Oh, yeah, I was laughing.
Remember him?
Yeah, yeah.
No, he sat right there and told us, he goes, I want to try stand-up. Do you think he can do it?
Sounds like no.
Yeah, I don't know if
sounds like he's got no shot.
Yeah.
Sounds like he didn't know. Right.
He's a funny guy, but I don't think he could do stand-up.
Oh, challenge is down. We'll
Ryan,
find
you
out.
hear that, Ryan? Ryan, if you're listening,
All right,
challenge.
let's talk about after Saturday. Then what happens, Coach? You know, it doesn't stop for you guys. You're going to go to a bowl game, but with the coaching staff, regardless, I mean, you part of this recruiting process continues.
Next week, they'll just kind of get into recovery mode, get in the weight room, a couple of days next week, and start, getting ready for finals week. So we'll be managing bowl practice and finals. But next week will be really just recover, take a break, take a deep breath, and then next Sunday we'll find out who we're playing after the championship games. And so I guess 8-9 days, I guess we'll find out who we're playing.
And participating in bowl also gives you an opportunity to keep going. And so Saturday isn't your last game, right?
No, absolutely not. Hopefully going to end on a great season. And what would it be? 9-4? 9-4. That'd be great. Yeah, so that'd be a great way to end the year.
And then I remember going out to El Paso and beating UCLA.
Yeah.
They were saying there's no way you could beat them. How satisfying was that?
Oh, that game was amazing. That was probably one of the best games that I've been a part of. As a team standpoint, it meant so much to us. To come back and win like that, it was awesome.
And after your playing days, what do you want to do?
Not 100% sure, but I always thought about getting into real estate. That was always something that I wanted to do, but obviously I can't get a degree for that. So I just went with communications, and we'll see what happens.
Well, you're so big at 6'5", you just tell people what you want them to do, and they'll do it most of the time. Yeah. That's actually real estate. That's a real good profession, and you can use your personality. Let's hear it for Captain Gavin Bartholomew, tight end for your Pittsburgh Panthers, number 86. Good luck against BC, and happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
All right, and when we come back, Coach Pat Bostic will join us. You're listening to the Pat Narduzzi Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
Hi, this is Bill Hillgrove. I'm here with Joe Stefka from NSS Life. Joe, it's commonly known that NSS Life has a wide range of insurance products and high-yielding annuities that are among the industry's best.
You're right, Bill. In fact, our $50,000 youth term plan is only $50 per year. Just call for details.
Protecting and providing for your family. That's NSS Life.
NSS Life, where family matters.
Hey, Pitt fans! Delta Airlines is proud to fly the Pittsburgh Panthers and their fans across the country and around the globe. Delta Airlines offers nonstop service to 6 destinations from Pittsburgh. Whether traveling for business or pleasure, you'll enjoy Delta Airlines' award-winning customer service as we support you through your travel journey. Pitt Athletics and Delta Airlines. Keep climbing.
As on the football field, financial planning requires a comprehensive playbook to win the wealth management game. JKS Financial understands that your needs are unique and will provide the game plan to win your financial goals. Their wealth advisors use proven strategies with a focus on retirement distribution and will coach you through your journey to financial stability and peace of mind for the future. Visit jksfinancial.com.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we ask, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan means looking at more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guiding you every step of the way to help you live the life you want. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Northwestern Mutual Pittsburgh today. Visit pittsburgh.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
I'm with Rocco Florio from Air Pro Heating and Cooling with great news.
Air Pro and Bryant are now offering the $1,000 rebate program.
Buy a furnace, take $1,000 off. Add a central air conditioning system, take another $1,000 off. That's $2,000 savings.
Plus up to 60 months interest-free financing or low 3.9% interest subject to credit approval. So call someone you know. Call Air Pro Heating and Cooling at 800-749-0642. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Hey Pittsburgh, it's Cam Hayward. As someone who disrupts plans for a living, I can't say enough about the importance of life insurance. Sometimes you can see the end zone right ahead of you, you have a clear shot, then bam, it's Cam. A policy from GBU Life can let you focus more on getting out from under what life throws at you and worry less about protecting the life you are working hard to build. Get started protecting the life you are building today at GBU.org.
GBU Life is the marketing name for GBU Financial Life, Pittsburgh, PA. Life insurance underwritten by GBU. This is a paid endorsement. Coverage is subject to approval and may not be available in all states.
Back to the Pat Narduzzi Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
And we welcome you back, and we look forward to the arrival of former Pitt quarterback Pat Bostic, Senior Associate Athletic Director of Major Gifts at the university, and our color analyst for the broadcast. Patrick?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
That's right.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Well, I got my father-in-law, Bob Reese, here. I got my in-laws at the house. The kids are running crazy. Turkey Bowl tomorrow at 9:30.
I heard about
my oldest.
this.
So, your capable producer called me and wants me to call in from the Turkey Bowl and do play-by-play, so I'm going to do it.
Oh, that'll be fun.
It's going to be a muddy mess because it's supposed to rain overnight, so we'll see what happens.
What is the Turkey Bowl?
They're playing. A bunch of kids from our neighborhood are going to play up at the elementary school in the back. They got 2 baseball fields, and there's a bunch of grass in between, so they're going to play Turkey Bowl tackle football. It's like 1955 again. It's perfect.
Yeah, there are a lot of people that do this.
We used to do it growing up.
Yeah.
I love it.
We didn't call it a Turkey Bowl, but we just played a lot.
That's what they call it, apparently. But I got a text thread, a bunch of dads, and going up there. It'll be great.
I had Jim Rooney on the show, son of the late great ambassador Dan Rooney, and I asked, what do the Rooneys do? He said, well, back in the day when his mom and dad, they would go to the house, and he said it's total chaos, and somebody would get a bloody nose playing football.
That's what's going to happen
in the backyard, and mom would yell at them, "What are you guys doing?" So that's good stuff.
Mom won't be yelling. She'll be back at home. I'll be babysitting, probably not even watching, really. I'll just be talking to the other dads. Kids will have a good time. It's the way it should be.
All right, let's talk football.
Let's do it.
What you need to know, brought to you by PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865. So, Patrick, let's take a look at the Boston College Eagles.
They're different. I mean, they'll get under center probably a little bit more than Louisville, I would say. But Louisville got under center a good bit. They're going to pound you. They got a big back in Robichaux that they're going to run 20 times a game. And defensively, very pro-style, bunch of different coverages. I think you see the NFL pedigree of Bill O'Brien all over their team, and they're big up front. Their offensive line's veteran. They're experienced, and they're going to try to run it right at you, which I think is a challenge that Coach Dews likes to face. Stop
the run. That's your mantra.
Well, they're going to try to run it, that's for sure, and a lot of play-action pass after that, so we got to have great eye control.
Yeah, and they are 6-5, 3-4 in the ACC. They're coming off a pretty big win against North Carolina. North Carolina's been struggling, but they lost to SMU, Virginia, Missouri, and Virginia Tech, but they –
And Pitt. Yeah. I'm sorry. You're talking about Boston College. You lost me. Go ahead. Keep going.
They play everyone tough. Boston College are physical. They're tough. They believe. It's year one of Bill O'Brien. I think they're only going to get better. And they play hard. So it's their senior day. It's a big deal for them, and it's going to be a really physical football game. And I think when Boston College and Pitt, that's kind of the MO, right, is physicality. It's going to be a bloody nose game, and that's what you want to see.
I'm sure they're looking at it the same way, from Pitt's side of things. They know you've got a good football team, coach. Had some unfortunate events, but this is your opportunity to end on a real high note.
No question about it. Our guys are ready to go. Whoever lines up, 11 guys out there, we're gonna get after it. It should be a lot of fun.
And what were some of your takeaways from last weekend?
Well, I think Coach said it right. You just you start beautifully, great fluidity, great continuity in the offensive drive, and in a game against an explosive offense, you can't have empty possessions, and especially ones where you get inside the 10-yard line. So to start off like that and then not get anything, I thought set the tone for the rest of the game. Obviously, some very unfortunate injuries have occurred the last 4 weeks. So It's been challenging to overcome those, but Louisville's a really good team. There's a lot of good teams in the ACC. Boston College is another one that you look around the league and there's not a big margin between one team or the other. And I thought Louisville got their way offensively, obviously without Eli, not able to generate the plays that they had on the first drive, and then you get a lead, and it's hard to play either way from behind. It's difficult, and I thought Louisville was able to be two-dimensional then, and that's tough to contend with. They're one of the better offenses in the league statistically already. Playing from 17 points up is even more difficult.
And head-to-head, Coach, your team has played 3 of the top 4 teams in the ACC conference. It's been a big challenge.
No doubt about it. We've had a great schedule, and we played the best. There's some people who have not played the best, but we've certainly had a great schedule and a challenging schedule, but that's how you want it.
Any other final notes on last week before we move on?
Ancient history. This is a big one. I mean, you look at bowl positioning. I mean, the big thing about the ACC is having a 2-game lead over other teams in terms of your bowl selection order. So to get an 8th win, obviously it means a lot to the program to set yourself up for a 9th, but BC's at 6-5. Virginia and Virginia Tech play each other. They're 6-5, 5-6. Carolina plays NC State. Carolina's 6-5. Like there's all these games where you get a team that gets to 6 wins. It means something to have 8. So I think in terms of getting to a warm place for a bowl game that you want to be at, obviously you want to be at any bowl game, but the better bowl games, you go win this game, and that means something. I mean, these seniors want to play at a place where they enjoy the opportunity. All of them are great, don't get me wrong, but you want to be in that 2-win gap.
Pat wants to find a place he can golf a little bit, right? I mean,
I'll play golf when it's 32 or higher.
We've seen this, Coach.
But
I've never been to a bad bowl game, just so we're on the same page.
No, bowl games aren't bad, but I mean, you start looking at the tiers. They tier them for a reason in the ACC, and there's, the 2-win gap is important. And you could be 1 game ahead of somebody, beat them by 30 points, and they jump you in terms of the selection process. So getting that 8th win is really important, especially when you look at the ACC in terms of the number of teams that are at that 5-6 win level.
All right, this is the only opportunity when we come back that you have doing the Coaches Show all year, because you don't want to look too far back and you don't want to look too far in the future. But Pat Bostic, we can reflect on the season and some of the highlights when we return. You're listening to the Pat Narduzzi Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
Hey, Pitt fans, as the official credit union of the Pitt Panthers, Clearview Federal Credit Union is here to help you reach all your financial goals. Clearview wants to help you score big financially, whether you need to save, spend, borrow, or learn, they're here to help. Get easy access to your money from anywhere using their digital banking featuring Zelle, Clearview Live Video Banking, over 80,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide, and financial centers throughout the Pittsburgh area. Visit clearviewfcu.org/Panthers to learn more and open an account today. Hail to Pitt.
Icy Light is the official beer of getting up early. It's the official beer of rallying the troops. The official beer of turning a 3-hour game into an all-day affair. The official beer of, did you just see that? The official beer of rising and cheering in unison for every season-defining moment. Icy Light, the official beer of your Pittsburgh Panthers. Let's raise another.
You want a news source that delivers unrivaled football coverage? Then you want the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, because the Post-Gazette delivers football 24/7. High school, college, and the pros. Up to the minute, in-depth reports, scores and stats, matchups and highlights, breaking news, and breakout players. Exclusive coverage, online, in print, or on the go. So for football and all the news that impacts our region, the Post-Gazette delivers what matters most.
At Sarah's Candies, we make raising money for your group simple and sweet. With our chocolate bar and pretzel rod fundraisers, there are no minimums to get started, and you can earn up to 50% profit. Whether you're raising funds for a school, sports team, or even just yourself, we make it easy for groups of all sizes to succeed. Mention this ad when you order over the phone to earn 50% profit on your next order. Call 1-800-255-7771 to get started today.
Welcome to the Eliza Hot Metal Bistro and Hotel Indigo Pittsburgh, University, Oakland. Host of the Pat Narduzzi Show. At Eliza Hot Metal Bistro, our chefs are true craftsmen, infusing every bite with passion and precision. Elevate your special event to new heights with our rooftop terrace, with over 2,600 square feet of flexible event space. And when it's time to relax after being minutes from the action, our well-appointed guest rooms provide the perfect sanctuary. The Eliza Hot Metal Bistro and Hotel Indigo Pittsburgh, University, Oakland, where every detail, every moment matters.
I'm with Rocco Florio of AirPro Heating and Cooling, a trusted HVAC company that carries quality Bryant products and serves the entire Pittsburgh area. Rocco, what's up on prices for furnaces and air conditioning equipment?
Larry, it's best for people to purchase now, as equipment prices are going up in the coming months. AirPro takes pride in our prices. We are lower than the competition and provide financing options and long warranties.
Call AirPro Heating and Cooling today at 800-749-0642. Bryant, whatever it takes.
It's the Pat Narduzzi Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
And welcome back to Hotel Indigo. Let's hear it for Pat Bostic, who's done a great job all year. How many years now as the color analyst in total?
12, I think.
And Coach, this man loves what he does. You talk about people that do what they do with a passion. I saw him watching film, at plays and showing me
the day of the game, which is never a good sign. When
you didn't have to say that part.
Well, I was just refreshing myself.
Confession.
He goes, "Come here, I want to show you something." And we're looking at the defensive structure and what you guys are looking for, what they're looking for. I love it because I always say he's kind of a football savant, which translates very well into doing the color analysis. But that said, this is the one Pat Narduzzi show where you get to look at the season in total. So some of your highlights.
Well, anytime you beat West Virginia, it's a good thing, right? I mean, that's a positive.
No question.
There were a lot of good ones, and even in the losses, there are highlights. I think football is a game of very slim margins, and I thought this team, obviously, you live by the sword, you die by the sword, you win close games, you come back from down, and sometimes you're not able to come back. And I thought you saw a lot of progress this year. I feel that. I thought the Clemson game might have been the best game, despite some calls here and there and penalties. It was probably the best game this team's played in 2 seasons, honestly. I thought they dominated the game and unfortunately lost. But you can't help but, despite what's happened from a results standpoint, look at the process, look at the changes that have been made. They've been significant, as big a changes as he's made as head coach in his 10 seasons, right? And they set in, and you can't expect perfection, but progress has certainly been made. And you've got a lot of young players that are set to come back next year. I mean, you had 2 starters coming into the season on defense. You didn't know who your quarterback was going to be. You thought it was going to be Nate Yarnell, and he's done a great job getting in there. But Holstein comes off and practiced with the ones for, 2 weeks? 2.5 weeks coming into the season?
2 max.
And does what he does. I mean, you got him back, Dez. Like, you start looking at the guys back and what you're able to do building around that, I think you can't help but say it's a year of progress, despite what the results have been as of late. And I expect to win Saturday, so we're going to forget that. But it's been fun.
And what fans may not realize is in the midst of the focus you have to have every week to work on the game, there's a duality of multitasking with the recruiting process is always going on now.
Recruiting's going on, and I think everybody forgets kids are in school too.
Oh yeah, that.
As coaches, we're making sure our guys are going to class and taking care of the academic. They still got to be, student athletes. They're still going to class, and that's another big one we talk about all the time. So it's more than just football. You're trying to win football games. That's the priority, we know, but it's also a priority to get a degree and do things right. And I think, when I look back, and the thing I'm thankful for is we got great kids that do the things the right way off the field, academically and socially. They're behaving and doing the right thing. So.
And I've said this to you before, and I mean it. I've been doing this with the University of Pittsburgh your entire coaching career here is the quality of the young men that you and the staff recruits. It shows, right, Pat, in everything they do.
Absolutely. Look at Gavin. I mean, great kid. He's been here 4 years, and he's going to go on and do great things beyond Pitt and beyond football. So that's the end game. That's the real end game. The NFL's just part of the journey, but the real end game is what do they do beyond that? And I think that's the ultimate testament to what the program is.
Who do you want to thank, Pat?
My family. I mean, it's great to be a part of this. I mean, I've been a part of Pitt football for 17 years now, and it's just fun to be a part of it. It's a different part now as a non-player, but every Saturday you live and die on wins and losses, but it's who you go to battle with. And obviously we're fortunate to have Coach Narduzzi as the head coach of our program. Got great people around. That's what matters is who you go into battle with, celebrate the victories with them. You get ticked off at the losses, but you pick up your bootstraps and get back at it next week. And that's what it's all about. We'll do that Friday on the trip and get a win Saturday and celebrate a great week.
Let's hear it for Pat Bostic and the scouting report and a reflection on the season. Somebody who, like me, I feel very grateful and honored to be able to do what I do on Saturdays.
Well, of course, thank you, Billy, Doran.
Oh, we have a good
Vic.
time.
Thank God for PJ. He keeps us all in line.
You know who's quite an actor, Coach? You might not know this.
Doran.
Pitt All-American Doran Dickerson, NFL alum.
He's a personality now, man.
I can see him acting because he's really good at it.
He's fooled you a time or two. We won't get into that.
He absolutely has. And Coach, who do you want to thank?
Oh, boy, I got a lot of thank yous. I don't know if you got enough time on the show, but obviously it starts with my family. Thank Isabel for coming tonight, Luke over there. But, family number one, as always, and then my football family. Everybody in that building over in the Durats here right down the road is so important to me. I mean, the staff, I told our kids today, the trainers, the equipment guys. You think about all the daily things that happen in that building on every day, every minute of the day. Or the academic support to help our guys, manage their classes and take care of the business and stay on them. The study hall checkers. Who whatever it may be. Everybody in that building, I thank for everything they do because it's not easy. We spend a lot of hours in that building, trying to win football games and trying to make sure that. Our guys are taken care of in every respect. The chefs, Chef Kevin over there, how he feeds them for breakfast and lunch every day, it's phenomenal. There's no cutting corners in how our kids eat. And, Dustin, all the athletic department, everything they do. Dustin Gray here tonight again. He's here a bunch. But, there's so many people out there. And then, obviously, the players. Our players put it on the line, every day at practice. They put it on the line every Saturday. They go out there and try to win every football game. We're not successful every weekend, but I thank those guys for all the efforts they put in every single day in practice and on game day.
And I want to thank Allison Rubin, who does a great job coordinating so many different things, juggling so many personalities and getting it done. So let's hear it for Allison. She's here. And, of course, Executive Associate Athletic Director of Media Relations, E.J. Borghetti, who comes to us from Newcastle. E.J. does a great job of keeping the media in line. He is the ultimate consummate professional. Wouldn't you say that, Pat?
The best by a mile.
Absolutely.
All right, when we come back, final thoughts as we get ready for Pitt and Boston College. Next, you're listening to the Pat Narduzzi Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
Hey, Pitt fans, as the official credit union of the Pitt Panthers, Clearview Federal Credit Union is here to help you reach all your financial goals. Clearview wants to help you score big financially, whether you need to save, spend, borrow, or learn, they're here to help. Get easy access to your money from anywhere using their digital banking featuring Zelle, Clearview Live Video Banking, over 80,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide, and financial centers throughout the Pittsburgh area. Visit clearviewfcu.org/Panthers to learn more and open an account today. Hail to Pitt.
Hi, this is Bill Hillgrove. I'm here with Joe Stefka from NSS Life. Joe, it's commonly known that NSS Life has a wide range of insurance products and high-yielding annuities that are among the industry's best.
You're right, Bill. In fact, our $50,000 youth term plan is only $50 per year. Just call for details.
Protecting and providing for your family. That's NSS Life.
NSS Life, where family matters.
Thanks to 850 community partners across an 11-county service area, Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank is working to eliminate hunger and stabilize lives across the Three Rivers region. We're committed to making sure all our neighbors have consistent access to healthy food, and we're connecting people to other critical services to address the root causes of food insecurity. To get help, volunteer, or donate today, visit pittsburghfoodbank.org or call 412-460-3663.
Play in the field is under further review.
Making the right call requires speed and accuracy.
I've got your result right here, Mrs. Johnson.
Siemens Healthineers provides laboratories with fast and accurate test results when and where they're needed. From the world's largest hospital systems to care centers here in the Berg and across Western Pennsylvania, Siemens Healthineers helps labs tackle the toughest challenges.
At Sarah's Candies, we make raising money for your group simple and sweet. With our chocolate bar and pretzel rod fundraisers, there are no minimums to get started, and you can earn up to 50% profit. Whether you're raising funds for a school, sports team, or even just yourself, we make it easy for groups of all sizes to succeed. Mention this ad when you order over the phone to earn 50% profit on your next order. Call 1-800-255-7771 to get started today. Whether it's on the court, field, or pitch, the Panthers can handle anything thrown their way. It just goes to show that being adaptable and preparing a solid strategy pays off. That's why PNC is proud to support University of Pittsburgh athletics and their dedication to smart, tested tactics. Because just like any big game, when it comes to your finances, there's a lot on the line, and having a dependable team allows you to make the plays you need to reach your goals. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865, member FDIC.
Let's return to the Pat Narduzzi Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
Some final thoughts on the final show for the 2024 Pitt football season with head coach Pat Narduzzi. Pitt will travel to Boston Saturday at 3 o'clock. Boston is 6-5, 3-4 in the ACC, and the Panthers looking to get their 8th victory and go on to a bowl game. Coach, as you get ready for this, any special meaning in the last game? I know it's another game, but it's not really just another game.
It's another game, but it's the last game of the regular season, and the only guaranteed opponent we have right now until we know who we're going to play next. But we've been fighting to get number 8 for a while now, and we've talked about that as a team, like getting number 8, and we've been we've missed it a couple times, and it's going to be really important to go up there and put on a show. It's important to go out there and showcase who we are and how we're going to respond to the adversity we've been in this season. And again, we've had a heck of a season so far. We've got some great wins. You asked Bostic about the great moments and some of the comebacks and things that we did this year. But we've had, and it really, you talk about 7-0. It's hard to start 7-0. We have not finished, but we've had a heck of a schedule, and our kids have fought and given us everything they've got.
Well, you get the 8th win. That's 5 more than last year, a significant jump and a chance to get a 9th. Pretty exciting opportunity. How's the team mentality? It sounds like they're locked in.
They're really good. I mean, you see Gavin and his attitude, and I think the rest of the guys. And that's what I asked our leadership council, because you're never in that locker room all day long. But they take those losses hard. It hurts them for 24, 48 hours maybe, and then they get over it and they're on to the next. And to me, it's an audition. Every time you walk on that field, it's an audition. You want to play in the NFL? It's an audition. Put on an audition.
Well, here we go. We'll be headed to Chestnut Hill on Friday, and kickoff again at 3 o'clock. We'll be on our network broadcast 1 o'clock. Coach Pat Narduzzi, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, and we'll see you on the charter.
Thanks, Larry. Appreciate it. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there.
And we want to thank everybody who's followed along this season. We've had many thrills and looking forward to a few more. And we want to thank PJ Kamanchik, our executive producer. Also, Tom Catanzari producing here at Hotel Indigo. And again, thanks to General Manager Patrick Wozniak, who he and his staff, Andrea, have been so gracious with now in our 3rd year of doing the Coach Pat Narduzzi show here. You've been listening to the Pat Narduzzi Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.